Hey fellow riders and OFTR members, my name's Sean and today I'm going to be walking you through RideOFTR. This is a really exciting time for Ontario off-road riders because for the first time you're going to have access to all the things that you need to get out there and enjoy these wonderful trails like the one I'm at today here at Orr Lake. You're going to have access to staging areas, to trails, to trail difficulty, all of those features that are going to enhance your riding experience. Combine that with the OFTR mobile app that you can use on your phone and you're going to be able to navigate those trails. So first things first, let's get you signed up so that you can get out there and enjoy these trails as much as the locals here do.
Before we head over to RideOFTR, take a moment to find out the email you used in signing up to become a member of the Ontario Federation of Trail Riders. This email is already authenticated within RideOFTR and will be the email that you use to sign in. Type oftr.evtrails.com. You may also have been provided a link. As you can see, I'm using a desktop browser for the sign up process. You'll find that a lot easier, although it is possible on a mobile phone as well. Once you've clicked in that link, you're going to be taken to this welcome screen. This is where you're going to sign in using that email that was provided to you. Active OFTR members' emails are already on file and authenticated within RideOFTR. For those of you who used a Google email to sign up for OFTR, you can simply click on this link right here and you will be brought directly to RideOFTR. For those of you who used other emails, click on Forgot Password. Enter the email address that you used in signing up for OFTR and hit continue. RideOFTR will send you an email with instructions on how to set or reset your password. You'll receive an email that looks like this from support@oftr.ca. Click on this link to set or reset your password. Now your password has been set or changed successfully. Head back to oftr.evtrails.com and use that password that was just provided along with the email. Enter the password and hit continue. Now you're in the system. Once you're in RideOFTR, you'll find it very familiar and similar to a lot of the mapping programs that you're used to. Before you start exploring, there's a couple points that I think are very valuable to our members. First of all, in the Getting Started link on our left, you will see a lot of detailed explanations on how to do various things and use the features in RideOFTR. Take a moment to look at that and see some of the things that this video may not cover. The other thing that you want to look at is a numbering and difficulty grid. This is something new to OFTR and will serve as a valuable tool. At the top, you will find the grade, easiest, intermediate, advanced, and expert. Below that, you will find the numbering systems, and those numbering systems are different for both wider track and single track. This will become an essential reference point when looking at trails and trying to determine your route, what you want to do that day, and your level of expertise relative to the trail. Take some time to learn this grid. You might even want to print it off and take it with you on the trail or save it on your phone so that you can look at these numbers and color coding systems to easily and safely navigate the trails. Hit back in your browser and you'll be brought to the RideOFTR trail map. The second resource is this link here called Riding Areas. This will give you a better understanding of the various riding areas that are out there and what the corresponding general difficulty is for those trails. So as you can see, the easiest trail systems might consist of Limerick, Larose, Simcoe, the rail trails, intermediate, advanced, and most difficult. This is not to say that every trail within those forests or systems are going to be this color, but it does give you a better sense of what to expect in planning your trip. Combining the numbering and difficulty grid with the riding area resource, you will have a much better understanding of how to see these trails and how to plan your trip. Understanding trails and the systems that we're using to color code and grade them is essential for your safety and ensuring that you're using the trails in accordance with the rules and local laws. RideOFTR offers you a lot of information about the trails. This video is not intended to be comprehensive, but I do intend to explore some of the basic features. The first feature is trail status. By clicking this box, you can turn trail status between open and closed, on or off. So you can see which trails are open and which ones you can travel on. Let's zoom in a little bit closer so that we can get a bit more detailed information on some of the other features. I'm zooming into Ore Lake, where I intend to ride, and I'm going to turn trail status back off, and that will give me the color coding between the single track and the wider trails. You also see that all the trails are numbered. This number 122 represents that it is a single track, and the green color represents it is a green or easiest level of difficulty. Moving over to the east, we can see that trail 152, again a single track with a 3 numbered system, is a blue or intermediate. I've moved over to Kawartha. This particular trail, known as the Millennium, is a 99, which means it's a wider or double track trail, but it is an expert. You can see that from the pink color. This trail up here, a continuation of it, is 265, meaning that it is a single track, also closed and in the expert category. Interpreting this area here, we can see that we have an advanced single track loop, an intermediate single track, and an easier single track. Over here we have a rail trail, which is represented by the purple. Moving now over to the venerated waterfall trail in the Kawartha region, we can see that it is labeled as 275, which represents a single track expert trail. If you're wondering what that looks like, let's show you a little clip of what we mean by expert. Okay, enough of that. Let's head back to Ore Lake, where we're set up for our casual weekend ride. In planning your rides, you'll find it very helpful to know where to park. You can enable that option by clicking on the parking option, and you will see that the P will come up, and that is a staging area for this particular region. In addition to parking, you'll find other services listed, such as no entry, caution, restrooms, lookout, and as RideOFTR becomes more robust from the input of our members, a lot of these services will begin to pop up. Before we head out on the trails, I'll show you a couple more features that you may find helpful. On the top right corner, you can see a search bar that will allow you to search for different areas. You'll also have a zoom in and out button. The home button will bring you back to a larger view of all the maps, and you can also share the map that you're zoomed into at that point in time. This button here is the center or localize button, which you will find very helpful when out on the trails. When you click that, it will bring you to the most local setting that your browser or phone can find. It allows you to geolocate your position. If I hit allow, it will take me to where I am. This won't be a very good explanation right now because I'm at home. So let's get out on the trails and I'll show you this in action.
All right, so here I am trailside, and you can see I've brought up the web application, which is at oftr.evtrails.com. And while this isn't the navigation app that you'll find in RideOFTR mobile, you do see that it has a lot of features. So let's start by hitting Find My Location. So you can see it brings me right to the center point of where I am. And although there isn't a marker, I can get a pretty good sense of where I am right now in Ore Lake. Hit that again, and it will bring me right in. You can see all the trails around me, green, orange, and using this application up here on the legend, I can bring up some of the other features like trail status, open and closed. Now, while this doesn't have the same power and functionality for navigation as RideOFTR mobile, this can still be a valuable tool to get a general sense of where you are and where the trails are going. You'll notice too, with RideOFTR, the numbers are all located here. Here we have a different numbering system, which is the blues. Here I am on a wide trail, and I'm not entirely sure I'm going the right way. I've pulled out my phone, open up RideOFTR to see where I'm at. The first thing I want to do is hit the location button, and that'll bring me right to the center point of where I am. I should be right in this area here, and I can see from this map that I'm in the right spot. I'm on a double track, which is this green, and over to the right is some single track. So while this doesn't have the same functionality for navigation that would allow you to point your direction and real-time following as RideOFTR mobile, the RideOFTR web application still will allow you to figure out where you are and get a sense of your surroundings. Give you one more example here. I'm out in the middle of the woods. You can see I'm on a single track trail here in Ore Lake. And just to orient yourself once again, you can click on the Find My Location, and it takes you right to the center of the map. So as you zoom in, one trick is zoom right in and keep hitting that center point, and it's going to bring you closer and closer to your actual location. With the navigation app, RideOFTR mobile, you're going to have a dot, but on this one you can still get a pretty good sense of where you are. And as you can see, as I zoom out here, you can see that all this single track here is kind of connected, and there's a green over there. So I hope you find this video helpful, and we look forward to seeing you out on the trails.